Welcome to our video on the ancient Near East and its influence. The ancient Near East was a region that encompassed parts of modern-day Middle East, including Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Levant. It was a cradle of civilization and a melting pot of cultures, religions, and languages. In this video, we will explore the history, art, architecture, and legacy of the ancient Near East. Map of the ancient Near East, showing the location of Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Levant. Images of ancient artifacts, such as pottery, sculptures, and jewelry. The ancient Near East was home to some of the earliest civilizations in human history, such as the Sumerians, Babylonians, Assyrians, and Egyptians. These civilizations flourished between 4000 BC and 500 BC, and they left behind a rich legacy of art, literature, religion, and science. Images of ancient cities, such as Ur, Babylon, Nineveh, and Thebes. Images of ancient monuments, such as the pyramids, the ziggurats, and the temples. The ancient Near East was also a crossroads of trade and cultural exchange, where different peoples and ideas mingled and influenced each other. For example, the Babylonians borrowed from the Sumerians, the Assyrians borrowed from the Babylonians, and the Persians borrowed from the Babylonians and the Greeks. Images of ancient trade routes, such as the Silk Road and the Spice Route. Images of ancient artifacts, such as seals, coins, and textiles. In this video, we will focus on three main themes: the rise of civilization, the development of art and architecture, and the legacy of the ancient Near East. We will explore how these themes are interconnected and how they shape the world we live in today. Images of ancient artifacts, such as cuneiform tablets, hieroglyphs, and papyri. Images of modern-day cities, such as Baghdad, Cairo, and Jerusalem. So, let's begin our journey into the ancient Near East and its influence. The ancient Near East was the birthplace of civilization, where humans first settled in cities, developed writing systems, and created complex societies. The Sumerians, who lived in Mesopotamia around 4000 BCE, were one of the first civilizations to emerge in the ancient Near East. Images of ancient Sumerian cities, such as Ur and Uruk. Images of Sumerian artifacts, such as cuneiform tablets and cylinder seals. The Sumerians developed a system of writing called cuneiform, which used wedge-shaped marks on clay tablets to record information. They also built impressive structures, such as ziggurats, which were stepped pyramids used for religious purposes. Images of ziggurats, such as the ziggurat of Ur and the ziggurat of Etemenenki. Images of other ancient structures, such as the Hanging Gardens of Babylon and the Gate. The Babylonians, who lived in Mesopotamia around 1800 BCE, built on the achievements of the Sumerians and created a powerful empire. They developed a legal code called the Code of Hammurabi, which established laws and punishments for various crimes. Images of the Code of Hammurabi, which is inscribed on a stele. Images of Babylonian artifacts, such as the Gate and the Lion of Babylon. The Assyrians, who lived in Mesopotamia around 1000 BCE, were known for their military prowess and their brutal tactics. They built a vast empire that stretched from Egypt to Iran and left behind impressive works of art and architecture. Images of Assyrian palaces, such as the Palace of Ashurnasirpal II and the Palace of Sennacherib. Images of Assyrian reliefs, which depict scenes of war, hunting, and court life. The Egyptians, who lived in the Nile Valley around 3000 BCE, were another civilization that emerged in the ancient Near East. They developed a system of writing called hieroglyphs, which used pictures and symbols to represent words and ideas. Images of ancient Egyptian cities, such as Memphis and Thebes. Images of Egyptian artifacts, such as the Rosetta Stone and the Sphinx. The Egyptians also built impressive structures, such as pyramids, temples, and tombs, which were designed to house the bodies of their pharaohs and ensure their eternal life. Images of Egyptian pyramids, such as the Great Pyramid of Giza and the Pyramid of Djoser. Images of Egyptian temples, such as the Temple of Karnak and the Temple of Luxor. The rise of civilization in the ancient Near East was a remarkable achievement that laid the foundation for the development of human culture and society. It was a time of innovation, creativity, and exploration that shaped the world we live in today. Images of modern-day cities, such as New York, London, and Tokyo. Images of modern-day technologies, such as computers, smartphones, and airplanes. In the next segment, we will explore the development of art and architecture in the ancient Near East and how it reflects the values and beliefs of its people. The ancient Near East was home to some of the most impressive works of art and architecture in human history. From the ziggurats of Mesopotamia to the pyramids of Egypt, these structures were not only functional, but also symbolic of the beliefs and values of their creators. Images of ancient Near Eastern art and architecture, such as the ziggurat of Ur, the pyramids of Giza, and the Gate. The art of the ancient Near East was often tied to religion and mythology. For example, the Assyrians created reliefs that depicted scenes of war, hunting, and court life, as well as mythological creatures such as the winged bull and the lion. Images of Assyrian reliefs, such as the reliefs from the Palace of Ashurnasirpal II and the Palace of Sennacherib. Images of mythological creatures, such as the winged bull and the lion. The Egyptians, on the other hand, created art that was more focused on the afterlife and the pharaoh's journey to the underworld. They also developed a unique style of art that emphasized symmetry, balance, and proportion. Images of Egyptian art, such as tomb paintings, sculptures, and hieroglyphs. Images of the Book of the Dead, which is a collection of spells and prayers to help the deceased navigate the afterlife. The architecture of the ancient Near East was also impressive, with structures that were not only functional but also symbolic of the power and authority of their builders. The ziggurats of Mesopotamia, for example, were not only religious temples but also symbols of the city-state's connection to the gods. Images of ziggurats, such as the ziggurat of Pharaoh and the ziggurat of Etemenenki. Images of other ancient structures, such as the Hanging Gardens of Babylon and Ishtargate. The Egyptians, on the other hand, built massive structures such as pyramids, temples, and tombs, which were designed to house the bodies of their pharaohs and ensure their eternal life. Images of Egyptian pyramids, such as the Great Pyramid of Giza and the Pyramid of Djoser. Images of Egyptian temples, such as the Temple of Karnak and the Temple of Luxor. The art and architecture of the ancient Near East were not only impressive but also influential, as they inspired later civilizations and cultures. For example, the Greeks borrowed from the Egyptians and the Persians borrowed from the Babylonians. Images of Greek art and architecture, such as the Parthenon and the Acropolis. Images of Persian art and architecture, such as the Persepolis and the Pasargadae. In the next segment, we will explore the legacy of the ancient Near East and how it continues to influence our world today. The ancient Near East has left a lasting legacy that continues to influence our world today. From the development of writing systems to the creation of complex societies, the achievements of the ancient Near East have shaped the course of human history. Images of modern-day technologies, such as computers, smartphones, and airplanes. Images of ancient artifacts, such as cuneiform tablets, hieroglyphs, and papyri. One of the most significant legacies of the ancient Near East is the development of writing systems. The Sumerians, Babylonians, and Egyptians all created systems of writing that allowed them to record information, communicate with each other, and preserve their culture and history. Images of cuneiform tablets, hieroglyphs, and papyri. Images of modern-day books, newspapers, and magazines. The ancient Near East also developed complex societies that were organized around religion, politics, and economics. The city-states of Mesopotamia, for example, had a system of government that included kings, priests, and bureaucrats. Images of ancient Mesopotamian cities, such as Ur and Uruk. Images of modern-day cities, such as New York and London. The ancient Near East also had a profound influence on the development of religion. The Egyptians, for example, believed in a complex pantheon of gods and goddesses, while the Jews, who lived in the Levant, developed monotheism, the belief in one god. Images of ancient Egyptian gods and goddesses such as Ra, Isis, and Osiris. Images of modern-day religions such as Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. The ancient Near East also made significant contributions to science and technology. The Babylonians, for example, developed a system of mathematics that included the concept of zero, while the Egyptians developed a system of medicine that included surgery and pharmacology. Images of ancient Babylonian mathematics, such as the Babylonian numerals and the Plimpton 322 tablet. Images of ancient Egyptian medicine, such as surgical instruments and medical texts. The legacy of the ancient Near East is not only historical but also cultural. The art, literature, and music of the ancient Near East continue to inspire and influence artists and musicians today. Images of modern-day art and music that are inspired by the ancient Near East, such as the works of Pablo Picasso and the music of Peter Gabriel. In conclusion, the ancient Near East was a cradle of civilization and a melting pot of cultures, religions, and languages. Its achievements have left a lasting legacy that continues to shape our world today. Images of ancient artifacts such as pottery, sculptures, and jewelry. Images of modern-day technologies such as computers, smartphones, and airplanes. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the ancient Near East and its influence. We hope you have enjoyed this video on the ancient Near East and its influence. We have explored the rise of civilization, the development of art and architecture, and the legacy of the ancient Near East. Images of ancient artifacts such as cuneiform tablets, hieroglyphs, and papyri. Images of ancient structures such as ziggurats, pyramids, and temples. The ancient Near East was a remarkable achievement that laid the foundation for the development of human culture and society. It was a time of innovation, creativity, and exploration that shaped the world we live in today. Images of modern-day cities, such as New York, London, and Tokyo. Images of modern-day technologies, such as computers, smartphones, and airplanes. The legacy of the ancient Near East is not only historical but also cultural. Its achievements have left a lasting impact on our world, from the development of writing systems to the creation of complex societies. Images of modern-day art and music that are inspired by the ancient Near East, such as the works of Pablo Picasso and the music of Peter Gabriel. We hope this video has inspired you to learn more about the ancient Near East and its influence. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Images of ancient artifacts, such as pottery, sculptures, and jewelry. Images of modern-day technologies, such as computers, smartphones, and airplanes. This concludes our video on the ancient Near East and its influence.